Hey everybody, this is Timomi. Today's class is for everybody, anywhere, everybody, and everything. Because that's what I feel like we've been going through, all of ups, all of downs. And one of the things that keeps showing up for us, yesterday, Japan has announced that anybody who comes from Indonesia cannot go back to Japan now. So that was a really big bummer. And it was like a bit of a punch in the gut. And it's just this like finality of like, okay, we are here. Like, you know, we try not to use the word stuck, but we are here. And there's a finality to it, and the mind is so smart that we keep going back to thinking that this is going to last forever. Some people say it's another 2 weeks, other people say it's another year, and we really don't know where we are. And then if we get caught up with this panic mode, we lose ourselves completely in this anxiety, depression, all this tsunami of emotions. And in order not to ride that wave, we keep going back to the idea of, okay, we should be grateful. We have food, we have shelter, we have the sun. Most people don't, right? We can still go and swim in the ocean, like all of these things that we should be grateful for. And we keep going back saying, oh, well, there's people that are in a far worse situation than us. And somehow that's not really enough. Somehow we just keep saying, oh, there's people that are in a worse situation than us. Doesn't really help. And I think what we need to do is to really acknowledge that feeling of desperation, of sadness, of that anxiety, of uncertainty, everything that we feel, and take the time. So like if you keep comparing to others and saying, oh, well, you know, we are far better situation than other people. And that's so true. It is very, very true. But somehow we need to create a space to honor what we feel so that we can process it and then move on. Just merely by saying, oh, there's people that are in far worse situation than us, doesn't really help. It's like a band-aid situation, and we don't really get to process that and feel completely free and happy inside. So today's practice is about that, kind of trying to create a space for processing our emotions, because that's what I really need right now. Okay, so first we're going to work on our breath, because the breath work has really been helping me lately in just kind of like process and feel the emotions and feel the ground at the same time in this groundless world. So that's what we're going to do first. Hands on your knees. If you have a cushion underneath, that's great. If not, that's totally okay. Just do it on the couch if you want to. Just with the breath work, just do it on the couch. Hands on your knees. Close your eyes. And just breathe in and out through your nose. And check to see where you feel most, whatever the feelings are. So in this time of quarantine, there's still life happening. We still have things and events and relationships happening. Acknowledge that the life goes on. Life is still happening. We are still alive. If you feel it in your chest, just pay attention to that. If you feel it any more in your stomach, pay attention to that. Whatever the emotions that you feel right now, I'd also like you to pay attention to the place in your body that feels ground, safety, foundation, clarity. Don't go back to the same pattern of thinking that ground is in your pelvic floor or your tailbone. The feeling of safety might lie in your heart or in your throat or in your third eye right now. Just acknowledge. And hold those two places. Now keep your eyes closed and deep breath in through your nose and exhale throughout your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale. A little faster. And faster and faster. Use your belly. Inhale. Hold it, feel the ground. Breathe in a little more. Hold it. And release. Keep your eyes closed. Just notice how you feel in your body. Without thinking it worked or it didn't, it doesn't matter. Just acknowledge the breath that went into your body and out through your body. And gently open your eyes. So that's a combination of Kapala Bhati, thanks to our most recent graduate, May, who's revived my passion for Kapala Bhati. And also a lot of the breath work that requires emotional healing. Just letting it go. If you are interested, you can read BKS Iyengar's Light on Pranayama. There's a lot of information there that's really, really cool and amazing. So, let's move our body. Okay, so let's start our practice. If you have a cushion, pillows, or bolsters, that's great. We may use it towards the end. So if you have it, that's great. If you don't have anything, that's totally okay. You don't need it. Now you can have that set aside. If you have a block, wood, cork, foam, it doesn't matter. If you have a block, that's great. Once again, you can keep it close to the top of the mat, just so that you don't have to get up and go and grab and reach at the back of the mat. You can use that. If you don't have it, once again, it's totally okay. So let's start. I'm going to keep it super, super basic and available for everybody in every occasion. Just want to move your body. So remember, it's all about energetic flow. We're just moving our energy inside. So sometimes we might stay for a little while, but we're just really like just cleansing our inside of our body. So it may not be necessarily physically challenging class, but I hope that there's some spring cleaning that can happen inside of your body. Let's start. In your child's pose, bring your knees to either mat width apart, big toes together, or knees together. It's up to you. And then you're going to reach your arms forward, melt your chest down towards the ground. If you know Ujjayi breath, now is the time to do it. If you don't, it's okay. You just breathe in and out through your nose and pay attention to your breath. We got a nice Indonesian background music going outside. Birds are still singing. And keep your arms there on your left, but take your right arm under, so you come into thread the needle from your child's pose. I would like this practice to be super accessible. Anytime, anywhere, by anybody. And take a long breath in. And a long breath out. And we'll switch to the opposite side. Reach your right arm forward, left arm under. Another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And reach both arms forward. As you inhale, let's come up to your tabletop. Cat-cow stretch, so you can start to open your chest as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to round your back. It's like somebody's trying to scratch your shoulder blades. Rounding. And inhale, move forward again. And exhale. And once you do that, you can start to take your own shape and your own rhythm. You know, my teachers used to say that ultimately, yoga teachers' job is to put themselves out of the jobs. When everybody starts practicing on their own, at home, or wherever they are, and they don't need somebody to guide. And I think that's such a beautiful way of looking at what's happening right now. Everybody's just kind of doing whatever they can. And yoga and fitness and meditation and all of that stuff is being available. Yoga for all humankind. You can start to do the barrel if you like, or you can just stay in one place, one movement, and just kind of letting it stay, or you can come up onto your fingertips. That's also nice. And press your palms, look forward with your chest once again. And exhale. And come back to your tabletop. You're going to reach your right leg back, straight back behind you. Push back with your heel. Pull your navel in. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, take your right toes back towards your left side, outside of the mat. And then look over your left shoulder. Just get a big stretch on your right side of your body. And take a breath in. And breathe out. And come back to your tabletop. Let's switch to the opposite side. Lift your left leg. Stay here for a moment. Take another inhale. And exhale. Take your left toes back. I think some of you might be dealing with that right now. Maybe your neighbor is just a little bit loud. Your neighbor's having a dance party. Neighbor's talking midnight to somebody overseas or roommate. Or like we're all learning how to live together. Come back to the center, take a breath in, look forward. And exhale, round your back. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to your center. Feet on the ground. And then stand up. Open your feet about hip width apart. Open your palms. And imagine you have plates on your hands. And you're trying not to drop those plates as you move. So as you inhale, you're going to look up, open your chest. And as you exhale, you're going to round your upper back and then take those plates back towards the back of the mat. Inhale, look up, open your hands. Exhale, take those plates back towards the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let it expand. Exhale. One more inhale. Now as you exhale, you're going to fold forward. So keep your legs strong and maybe bend your knees here. Bring your belly right on top of your thighs. Inhale. Come to a halfway lift so your body is parallel to the floor. Don't drop your plates. And exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale. Two more like this. Inhale, fill up your belly. And exhale. Last one, inhale, open your chest. And exhale, fold forward. Now from here, take your hands under your feet into Hasta Padangusthasana. So you're going to bring your toes all the way to the crease of your wrists. By all means, bend your knees as much as you like. Drop your head down. You can bend your knees, straighten, bend your knees, straighten. And then release your hands. Come to your halfway lift, inhale. Now as you exhale, you're going to fold forward once again, hands to the ground. Take a big step back with your left foot. So you're coming into the low lunge. Your back knee is on the ground, either toes tucked under, or you can double up your mat so that you have a bit of cushioning. Come on up onto your fingertips, or if you like, and you have it, use the block, open your chest. Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bow down, right toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bend your knee. And exhale, round your back. If you don't have the block, just come on up onto your fingertips. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Now stay here. Take your left hand to the ground, right hand to your right knee. Lift your chest as you inhale again. And as you exhale, turn to your right. Either stay here or pull your right toes up towards your ceiling. And then open your hips. So your right knee is away from your chest, kind of leaning back a little. Stay here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, let's come back with your right knee, hands to the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. Lift your hips high up. Take a breath in. And breathe out. And come on up to your tabletop once again. Second side. Left foot steps forward. Either toes tucked under or toes pointed. That's up to you. Open your chest. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, left toes up to the ceiling. Bow down to your knee. If you want to bend your knee, you can. Inhale, look forward. Remember, it's about cleaning inside. And exhale. Two more like this. Inhale. One more inhale. One more exhale. And come back to your low lunge again. Right hand stays, left hand to your left knee. Inhale, lift for your chest. And as you exhale, twist. You can either stay here or left toes up to the ceiling. So flex your foot and then let your left knee sway open to the side. Breathe here. Feel free to open your mouth as you exhale. Did you know, I learned this in prenatal yoga, that there's a direct relationship between your jaw and your pelvic floor. And what happens is when you, let's bring your knee to your chest, hands to the ground, step back to tabletop. When you actually stay with your mouth closed in a situation where anxiety or depression or nervousness or anger, any emotions show up, and when you keep your jaw closed, it actually keeps the pelvic floor tight also and closed. So what happens in labor is that's why people do like opening your mouth, opening your jaw to let the emotions and intensity out. And that's really, really helpful during yoga practice as well, especially at a time like this when we have so much emotion going on. So it's nice to do that. Come to your tabletop. Once again, open your chest, inhale. And exhale, round your back. And come back to your tabletop again. You're going to come onto your knees. So you're going to do camel variation. So you're going to come onto your knees. If your knees are painful, put cushions under or double, triple up your mat so that your knees can just stay on the cushiony part. I tap my toes, but you can definitely point your toes to the back. Hands to your hips. And now lift through your chest. Just lift your chest. And exhale. Just bring your chest back to neutral. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Now bring your hands to your rib cage. Inhale. Literally, manually lift your rib cage. And exhale, come back to neutral. Once again, inhale, pick up your rib cage. And exhale. Walk your hands even higher up. Inhale, lift. And exhale. So this is like half of the work is just breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now this time you're going to lift your rib cage. Stay here. Now pull your navel in. Draw your tailbone down. Hold it here. You can bring your hands to your hips. Now keep breathing. Squeeze your shoulder blades at the back. Tuck your chin in. Just staying here. Now keep your left hand to your left hip. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, lean back slightly. Inhale, come back to the center, to neutral. Switch, inhale. And exhale. Let's do it again, inhale. And exhale. We're not looking for a really deep back bend effect. We're just breathing. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Stay here. And bring your knees together into Asana style. And you can close your eyes. This is kind of what I love to do. Like I usually have a book close to a practice. And then I just kind of randomly open the book to see what it says. It's amazing. This is Michael Stone's book called Awake in the World. We cannot escape our lives. The world as experienced in your body right now, your mind, as it observes, then contributes to the parade of thinking as you read these words, cannot be exchanged for the experience of another. It feels as though I am having my own unique thoughts and feelings and you are experiencing yours. Because we can't surgically separate the thoughts you are having right now from the colors of this room or the icebergs that silently glide thousands of miles north and south of here, everything you experience right now is one. Everything in the world is the ground of our life. Though your thoughts happen in unique configurations because of your past, your conditioning, and your DNA, it's also interesting to see that these thoughts are all a process of the great mind, the transpersonal, interpersonal world in mind. Let that settle. Take a breath in and breathe out. Okay. Open your eyes. Open up your mats. And lie down on your back. Just bringing your knees into your chest. Make big circles. Or roll side to side. Feel the lower back. Energetically, in yoga, we talk a lot about chakras. And our lower back is associated with our second chakra, which is the center of feelings, of our desires, and also relationships. Relationship with money. All of that stuff. So it's no wonder, right, like we have our lower back issues often because we're in a society that doesn't allow space or time to feel. Certain feelings are bad. Certain feelings are impolite. Certain feelings are inappropriate. And what we do is we keep covering things up. We need to take time to feel. And then bring your feet to the ground. Let's do a bridge pose with the breath, feet to the ground. Now look up directly to the ceiling, and as you inhale, you're going to lift your hips up. As you exhale, lower your hips down. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift your hips. And exhale, lower your hips. Now this time, as you inhale and lift your hips, lift your arms above your head. And exhale, arms come back, lower your hips. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift your hips and your shoulders. And exhale, like fanning the air. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Lower down to your constructive rest pose. Open your feet and mat width apart. Let your knees collapse together in the center. And then hug your body with your arms around your chest. Whatever you feel, it's the right way to feel right now. And then open your arms, just switch to the opposite side. And then you can bring your hands by your side, straighten your legs into Shavasana. And let your breath go back to natural rhythm. No more controlling. Let your body become completely heavy, melting into the breath. You can stay here as long as you like. In fact, stay until you naturally want to get up. And when you are ready to get up, you can roll off to the side. Make your way up to the sitting. Bring your hands to your heart center. Notice right now the sounds in your room. Maybe you have kids running around. Maybe you can't hear your neighbors. And in this world, you are here. As a human being, who's filled with love, freedom, spaciousness inside of you. Just another human being on this planet with millions of others. All on this spaceship. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. And bow down to your own inner guru.